guess we're on. Hey, welcome back to Turbo Talk. I'm Turbo. I know it's been a little while since we've had a talk. I've been very busy. A lot's been going on. I'm standing in the green room, getting ready to kind of give you some more Turbo Talk. Alright, so here we go. I wrote some questions down. Let's see if you can see me. Oh, man. Well, I can see me, so maybe you can see me. I'm hoping so. Alright, what did I come up with here? Let's see. Which is it? Alright. Which is more difficult? Is it to live under the life of what someone thinks it should be? Or what it is, who you were created to be. Alright. Anyway, that's kind of like just something I thought I would just kind of come up with, and so I don't know, how do we even separate the two? Well, you gotta slice a knife through what is. Alright. You. Now we're not slicing a knife through God anymore, we're slicing a knife through you. And so, are you kind of living a life that somebody else has created for you, or dictated for you, or led you down, or whatever? Or are you living a life that you were created to be? Those are the two things. Which one is more difficult, though? If you was to, well, first of all, we'll get to the which one's more difficult, I guess, when we talk more about the two sides. So the two sides. Let's talk about the two sides. I guess this is more than one part video. All right. Living the life that someone. How did I write it? The life under, or live under the life of what someone thinks it should be. Okay. What someone thinks it should be. Living the life, basically being trained or being manipulated or being captured or being set loose or whatever. Wow, what was that? Darkness set across or something. Anyway, yeah, living the life that someone thinks that you should be. I can think a lot of things. I mean, I can think of, what the neighbor thinks. Right? We'll start there. That's kind of the worst you can get. And then you can always think about, well, didn't I change the diaper of my children? Right? So, if you're a parent, you're going to raise the child in what it should be. But that could go all the way to the other extreme, to the neighbor thinking that I should be more like him. So that's one. That's the what do you call it? Spectrum or the continuum? Yes, the continuum of the line going into integers, even rational numbers if you want, and on the fact is living the life of what somebody thinks it should be. Alright, now let's talk about living the life that you were created to be. Oh my gosh, that opens up even worse doors than the first one. That one there kind of opens up doors to, oh man, there again, The only reason why it would be so difficult is because man gets in the way. When man gets in the way, then it's not really what you were created to be. It's what you imagine that you were created to be, or whatever. And it might even be what it was that you were created to be. But so how do we know? How do we know what we were created to be? Well, first of all, I guess you would have to know yourself just a little bit. You would have to know, basically you would have to know certain things like how much do you need to eat? You know, how warm do you need to stay? Are you required to stay dry? Right? Do you have to have frills? Are you simple or complex? Somehow or another, everything that's complex must be simple for it to become complex. Alright, that's another topic. Let's stay on it. How do we know what it is that we were created to be? Right, so I would have to say that, well, first of all, you're going to have some faith. Otherwise, you'll never find it. And if you don't have any kind of faith in something, well, even in yourself, I mean, where do you get your strength from? Right? So there's where it's at. It's got to be in the faith of yourself, I suppose. But somehow or another, you know, it really helps when we put our faith in the right places. Nonetheless, alright, so when you start really being true, then you actually learn what it is that you like to do, and then you learn to try to figure out, well, then, you know, you can't be alone. You gotta find, you know, a way to be amongst people. So therefore you start doing things that you normally would do, or what you've been taught you were raised to do, or along the ways, but you just start finding things that you're good at and you like to do, and then you try to find a way to share that. And when you can continually do what it is that you like to do and share it with another and be able to live under the rules that I was talking about earlier, you know, being able to stay dry and warm and eat once in a while. But then you found it. That's it. You found it. Now, the question is, which one is more difficult? Is it more difficult to live under the life that somebody else thinks that yours should be? Or is it more difficult to live the life that you were created to be? Alright, I'm going to leave this one right there. I'm going to come back with another Turbo Talk, and we'll just finish this conversation then. Alright, thanks for watching, but just real quick, if you want, I'm going to give you a quick tour through the greenhouse right now. This is September 22nd. This is the first day of autumn. It is at the fall equinox. Today is the fall equinox. Yeah, so let me just show you real quick. Maybe I can flip this thing around. Maybe I just have to turn it around. Maybe. I don't know how to turn it around. Is there a way to do it while the video stays? Whatever. Alright, well, let's just take a look. Alright. Well, never mind. I'll do this another day. Alright. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and be your best. Goodbye.